Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us here on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Agriculture jobs are not the most sought after, which makes it difficult for farm owners to find people to work for them and work for them legally. As our national investigative team found, the majority of farm workers are unauthorized. Farm owners say immigration policy is impacting their livelihoods. Here's that story tonight.
Farmers and ranchers are the backbone of America, working to take care of land and livestock, providing the food on our tables. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. To maintain that supply of food, U.S. farmers rely heavily on foreign workers, both documented and undocumented. According to the USDA, from 2018 to 2020, only 30% of crop farm workers were U.S. born. 6% were immigrants with U.S. citizenship. 23% were other authorized immigrants, permanent residents, or green card holders. And the remaining 41% held no work authorization.
The share of unauthorized workers is highest in California, while U.S.-born workers are found most in the Midwest. Our investigation takes us farther east to the Georgia-South Carolina border, where immigration policies impact the largest industry in both states.
Investigative reporter Liz Owens uncovers the battle farmers are fighting to get legal workers.
Zinnias draw bumblebees.
We go strawberries.
Light berries draw families.
Hybrid blackberries.
And the midsummer rays tip into triple digits. Signal the end of harvest is near.
It's really hard. If your children were with you for 19 or 20 years, once they're gone, that's how it feels. Same thing. They are our family.
Every summer for nearly 2 decades.
I got my family in Mexico, and when I bring to here with these people.
Augustine, his brother Mickey, and their cousin Arturo leave their wives and children in Mexico to come here to work at Jurosik Berry Plantation.
They all have unique gifts, talents, and capabilities. And it takes that combined to make an operation like this work.
A career managing plutonium and tritium production at the Savannah River site during the Cold War taught Clyde Jurosik the success of any operation depends on its employees.
Augustine, for example, is a total manager. Not only is he a hard worker, but he is, again, a total manager.
Clyde pays thousands of dollars every year to get Augustine, Mickey, and Arturo back to Edgefield County. Paul Balducci is an immigration attorney.
Clyde is not unique. There are many people that own and operate farms, and they rely on non-immigrant workers that are brought in on the H-2A program, which is a temporary work visa program.
Immigration data reveals Georgia and South Carolina farmers rely on tens of thousands of non-U.S. citizen workers to help meet production demands of the 2 states' largest industry. More than 500 farmers filed with immigration to bring more than 28,000 non-U.S. citizen workers to Georgia. And South Carolina, nearly 170 farmers made the same request for 7,600 workers. More than 3,000 are working at farms throughout the CSRA.
We obviously need foreign labor for that. There's just not nearly enough workers who are interested in working in agriculture.
Clyde wants Augustine, Mickey, and Arturo to come to work for him on a permanent basis. He hired Paul to make it happen.
Extremely frustrating, Liz.
But 4 years later,
what's the process been like?
He's still in limbo with immigration.
Slow. We got almost 4 years trying with Mercer Clay and Miss Maryland, but they don't say nothing. We don't know why.
If an employer wants someone on a permanent basis, then they have to go through a much different process.
It's a 3-step process. Step 1, Clyde must prove to the federal government he cannot find a qualified American worker interested in the job. Step 2, wait on the federal government to make a visa number available. Step 3, the application. Clyde has been stuck on step 1 for the past 3 years.
The years that I was at the Savannah River site, I carried a top secret weapons grade clearance, Q clearance, with access to all weaponry in the United States. I could get that clearance in a year. I can't get these guys a green card, even though they have been totally vetted for 20 solid years. This is crazy what's going on.
I wish I could tell you exactly how long this is going to take. It could be another year. It could maybe as long as 2 years.
Clyde and Marilyn worry they may not have years.
We decided that we needed a very good transition plan, and having no children, that meant finding somebody that was willing to do both the hard work and the management tasks that it takes to run a big farm. We've never found anybody with that capability, including agricultural graduates, because it takes both hands-on work and disciplined planning. Very few people want to do the hands-on work.
A heart attack nearly claimed Clyde's life 3 years ago.
We don't know how many years God's going to give us.
2 strokes nearly ended Marilyn's 5 years ago.
They want that legacy to continue, and these guys will make that happen. Very few others would.
The couple plans to pass their farm
We hope we're still here and can do it,
to Augustine, Mickey, and Arturo.
and can see these guys with their families here and becoming U.S. citizens.
What would it mean to you to be able to live here with your family? What would that like? Is that like a dream?
Yeah, it's a dream for bring to here and all my kids and my wife, and living here. We can help to run this farm every year.
But the path towards citizenship makes the American dream feel more like an American mirage.
The immigration attorney we spoke with explains most employers become so frustrated with the process of getting non-U.S. citizens permanent jobs that they resort to hiring people illegally.
Since the interview with Clyde, immigration approved his request to sponsor his workers' applications to become permanent legal workers, which is the first step in a very long process to becoming U.S. citizens.
We hope you're having a great evening, and will join us for 13 News live at 10 for more of your news and weather. Hey, tomorrow's Friday, guys, so some good news there.